In a peaceful little town, there was a boy named Goam. He often made grand plans: to study harder, to exercise regularly, to work on self-improvement, but everything stayed on paper. He kept telling himself, "I'll start tomorrow," but that tomorrow kept slipping by. Day after day, Goam sat and watched time quietly drift away, taking with it both opportunities and dreams. To him, small efforts seemed too insignificant, not enough to bring about real change. He believed only big leaps could lead to success. And because that felt so distant, Goam didn't take even the smallest step. He didn't know that this very mindset was slowly stealing his future. One sunny afternoon, as Goam sat blankly on a park bench, he happened to meet Mr. Anel, a retired professor well known in the town for his wisdom and kind heart. "You're looking for a way to change your life, aren't you?" he asked gently. Goam nodded slightly without saying a word, but his heart was filled with hope. Mr. Anel smiled and said, "Do you know the secret to a successful life? Let me tell you a story, a simple one. But it may just change how you see success." Goam listened intently. Once upon a time, a farmer planted a tiny bamboo seed in his backyard. Day after day, he cared for it with unwavering patience, watering it, removing weeds, protecting it from the elements. A year passed, not a single sprout appeared. The second year, the third, and even the fourth went by. Yet the ground remained silent, as if nothing had ever been planted. His neighbors mocked him, calling him crazy. They said he was wasting his time on something hopeless. But the farmer didn't respond, nor did he give up. Quietly, he continued to tend to the soil every day, trusting in the process. Then came the fifth year, and something miraculous happened. Within just 6 short weeks, the once empty patch of earth gave rise to a bamboo shoot that shot up to 80 feet tall. People were astonished. No one could understand how it had grown so fast. But the farmer just smiled and said, "For those 4.5 years, the bamboo wasn't dormant. It was growing deep, strong roots beneath the ground, so that when the time came, it could rise tall and unshakable." Mr. Anel paused, his voice calm and steady. "Do you see now, Goam? Success doesn't come from sudden leaps. It's the result of quiet, repeated efforts made every single day. Each small action, a page you read, a good habit you practice, a moment you overcome yourself, is a root stretching deep underground. Others may not see it, but if you persist, the day will come when you rise higher than you ever imagined." After finishing the bamboo story, Mr. Anel looked at Goam with a warm gaze. "You now understand that success takes time and perseverance. But to grow strong roots, you must start with small daily habits. Let me share with you 7 habits that can change your life." Goam nodded, his heart eager like soil ready to receive seeds. First, wake up early. If you wake up just 1 hour earlier every day, you'll gain 365 extra hours in a year, enough to learn a new skill. Read dozens of books, or do something meaningful for yourself. Second, read every day. Just 10 pages a day adds up to about 12 books a year. Each book is a door to knowledge, a silent mentor helping you grow. Third, set small goals. Don't wait until you can do something big. Write 200 words a day, and in a year, you'll have a book. Big achievements always start with small steps. Fourth, beat procrastination. When you feel the urge to delay, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and act immediately. Don't give your mind time to make excuses. Fifth, practice daily gratitude. Before bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for. It'll help your heart become more positive and joyful. Sixth, exercise for 10 minutes a day. No need for a gym. Just move consistently to nourish your health and energy. And lastly, limit screen time. Always ask yourself, is this helping me grow? Or am I just wasting time? Goam stayed silent, letting each habit sink into his mind like seeds being planted. He knew he just had to start, bit by bit, and something miraculous could happen. From that day forward, Goam began to change, not loudly, not hastily, but steadily, like a small stream flowing into a river. Each morning, he woke up an hour earlier, breathing in the fresh air and spending time with books. Those pages opened new worlds to him, where knowledge became a companion, and small lessons became great inspiration. He learned to write down small daily goals, finishing an assignment, journaling a few thoughts, or simply smiling at a friend. Whenever his mind tried to procrastinate, Goam would count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he'd take action. Through these small acts, Goam began to notice his focus improving. He was no longer easily distracted, no longer wasting time on meaningless things. His grades slowly improved, not by luck, but by steady hard work. But the greatest reward wasn't in the results, it was in the reflection he saw in the mirror each morning. His eyes were brighter, more confident. He no longer saw himself as just a lazy dreamer. Now, Goam saw himself as someone building his future day by day, brick by brick, with discipline and perseverance. Through waking up early, reading, setting small goals, and practicing discipline, Goam not only improved his grades and focus, but also transformed his entire mindset. He no longer waited for luck or grand opportunities to fall from the sky. Instead, he chose to plant small seeds every day and nurture them with action, belief, and patience. Years later, Goam became a successful entrepreneur, admired by many. When asked about the secret to his success, he simply smiled and said, "It wasn't luck, it wasn't natural talent, it was the small habits, repeated every single day, that brought me here." Success doesn't come overnight, and it doesn't require grand gestures right away. Sometimes, it all starts with one small action. Waking up early, reading a few pages, finishing an unfinished task, or simply choosing action over delay. Goam's story is living proof of the power of small habits. Just like bamboo needs 5 years to quietly grow roots before shooting up in a matter of weeks, people, too, need time to build inner strength. You may not see results today, but if you keep planting little by little, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. So, what small action will you start with today? Remember, big change begins with small, but determined and hopeful steps. If Goam's story touched your heart and gave you a spark of inspiration to change, don't forget to hit like to support us in spreading more positive messages like this one. Subscribe so you won't miss the next inspiring story. And if you know someone who might need a gentle wake-up call, share this video with them. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next story.